Hey everyone, good morning. I am here with Samantha McCord, the founder and CEO at Conscious Diapers. So excited to talk with you this morning. And everyone who's listening right now, Samantha just asked me if she's allowed to swear on the Unswaddled podcast. And I was like, absolutely not. Jamie and I are we don't, nope, just kidding.
And I was like, what the shit? No, I'm just kidding.
It wouldn't be any kind of naps episode here if we didn't drop an F-bomb or something. It's so nice to have you, Samantha. I just let everyone know you're the founder and CEO, badass woman at Conscious Diapers, and I'm excited to tell everybody who you are. Do you want to just say hi, and tell us a little bit about Conscious Diapers? And then I have so many things I want to ask you.
Well, hey, yeah, thank you so much for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here. And don't be alarmed, guys. I have a little bit of a sailor's mouth. So if I do drop a few profanities, pardon my French, maybe it won't happen.
Basically how we met and we're like, oh, we should partner. It's not really about our brands colliding. It's that we vibe as people.
Exactly. That's the best way. And yeah, and thank you all for listening to this episode or watching this episode, depending on where you guys are checking this out. And I'm excited to chat with you about conscious diapers and diapers in general.
Oh yeah. So, okay. I think a really great place to start is sort of what is Conscious Diapers? What is your company? I want to talk more about how you even came up with this idea and just did it, but add a basic knowledge for everybody listening. What is Conscious Diapers?
So good question. Good way to segue into the beginning. So Conscious Diapers is a baby diaper subscription service. We cover all brands. We're brand agnostic. And what we do is we take every single brand and we audit each one based on 5 pillars. So environmental friendliness, animal cruelty, human rights, ingredient integrity, and of course, performance, because ain't nobody got time for a blowout. And we take all this information, we create a score for you. So when you're a new parent or you're looking for a new diaper for your child, because maybe you have sensitive skin or we're recognizing that there's special needs for the diaper, we give you a full picture of what each diaper represents and what they can provide for you, depending on what your values and needs are. And then what we do is, okay, we give you the education around it, but then we put everything on a schedule and make it very easy for you. We price match everything for every diaper's price match to Amazon. So we're not charging any more than what you would normally pay. Mm-hmm. We send it on a schedule. So it depends on when you guys want it, maybe once a month. We also send text message reminders. So you get delivery reminders. I check in the middle of the month to see if you guys need more diapers, less diapers. And also we do size up reminders. So we're sending everything on a schedule. We're making it very easy. And we also do all of our shipping for free.
I mean, that's awesome. I love the concept of getting a text. I feel like everybody who is familiar with me at Naps knows I have 3 kids and my 3rd baby is now 1. Just can never hit it right with the diapers. We either have too many or I run out and it's a week that's going to go by before perhaps the next shipment is arriving. So it's
yeah, that's a very good point. I think that there's 2 real main issues. It's quantity. We're not quite sure how many diapers we're using, and sizing is also usually an issue for parents, what right. Size is a size. But yeah, so we check in 10 days before your delivery and I say, it's actually me sending you messages. So I'm like, hey, how's your stash doing? Do you need more or less right now? And so you can pause if you have a surplus. And then if you're like, oh my gosh, I only have 2 in my drawer, send now. We send out an emergency shipment to you guys.
Oh my gosh. And it's crazy too, how overnight a baby will size out of a diaper. You can see it coming because you can just tell their thighs are getting a little chubbier and you're starting to pull those straps tighter and you're like, how much longer can I get away with this size? Yeah. And then you wake up one morning and it's that diaper does not fit anymore. It happens overnight.
Yeah, and you'll see too, if it's too small, you'll have more blowouts and leaks and
yeah,
too annoying. So yeah, we make sure that we're keeping up on sizing so that you guys don't get the wrong size.
Totally. So, okay. So love that is hopefully people are wrapping their heads around Conscious Diapers that can come in your site. What I really love is that you're not choosing a brand for parents, right? I feel like in the parenting space, what we tend to do as educators or providers sometimes is lean into either a product or like the best way to do something as a parent. And what we at NAPS, we're like, no, like there's not always this one way, whether it's a product or whether it's, you know, how you're going to labor and birth a child, whether it's like how you're going to sleep train or how you're going to feed them. There's a lot of ways to do things as a parent that can be very different, but are all very right. And so what I appreciate about even just jumping on your website is just seeing all the brands that are out there. So you're not really saying like you have to do it this way. You're sort of saying like, here's all the ways you could do it and all the options. And you're empowering parents in this particular space to choose what's going to be best for them and their family, from the like what it's made out of all the way to the price point.
That's a really good point. You know, and every parent has their own path. Every parent has their own values. You know, one mom might want a vegan, cruelty-free diaper. One mom might want an eco-friendly diaper. One mom might be really focused on the ingredients. One mom might be really price conscious. Everyone has their needs when it comes to their diapering experience. And there's really no perfect diaper out there. And, you know, when you look about, let's say, the environmental side, we know that there's no perfect diaper out there. So what we also do is we plant one tree for every 5 diapers that you guys use, no matter the brand, so that by the time that your baby is out of diapers, they're carbon neutral for life. So we're offsetting, you know, all of their emissions for their entire life just by diapering with us. And this is from, you know, the Pampers of the world all the way up to the bougie diaper designer diapers.
Okay, hold on a second. So let me just make sure that's insane if I heard you correctly. So if I subscribe to Conscious Diapers and order my diapers through you, every time I use 5 diapers in the package, you plant a tree.
Yes. Yeah. Imagine we're planting a forest for your baby. So by the time that they're out of diapers, they'll have planted 1,400 trees in their forest.
That is fucking insane. That is so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Where are the trees? I have so many questions, but
no. And it's, you know, through our research, what we were trying to do, you know, everything that I do in my life moving forward, it needs to make positive impact. I just am so overdoing things just because I'm going to make money or, you know, chasing that. I just didn't feel fulfilled anymore doing, right. I was working in sales before this and I just had that itch, you know, like,
hold on a sec. Like, how did you get it? Like, yeah. How did you get into this? Like, how does one just get into the diaper business one day?
The diaper biz.
Yeah, so obviously you saw a need for this, but like, how did this keep going? How did this happen?
So all of my friends started popping out kids. It was like pop, 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 pop. And every single one of them had challenges with diapers. And one of my friends, rashes, sizing, blowouts. I think most of my friends, they've all told me that when they get on a plane with their baby, there's a blowout when the plane takes off. I don't know why. I've had multiple friends tell me that they've had like horror stories on planes. So
it's a plane ride or a car ride, and that is when shit's coming up the back.
Yeah, exactly. And so I had one of my girlfriends that told me her daughter Penny, her name's Mel. So her daughter Penny had a rash that turned into a boil and then turned into a gaping wound for over a month. And it was so painful and it was so horrible. And so I was already in the process of creating the score and a way to judge products. And I needed to pick a product to work on. And so I was like, well, let's check out diapers. Why is it that Penny's getting this rash? And then I found out that it's not even regulated by the US government. The only ingredient that a diaper is supposed to be free from is lead. Okay, thanks. There's 7 other heavy metals. And we don't know what's going on with these diapers. And this is why the rashes are happening. There's a bunch of unknown contaminants on diapers. So I was like, okay, that seems odd. And then I found out that a diaper lives in a landfill for over 500 years. So my poop buckets, your poop buckets are all still there. It makes up over 4% of all waste in American landfills, which is disgusting.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, and there's really like nothing we can do about it because it's a necessary evil. 96% of parents use disposable diapers because who's really got time to scoop the shit out of a diaper and spray it off with a bidet and then wash it 4 times so it's ready to be worn. I mean, good job, cloth mamas, but not all of us.
God bless the cloth mama diapers.
Exactly.
People out there.
And
I
so I was
them.
like, huh?
I commend them. I think it's
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't, it's not for me though. Like I can't, I was up with Eloise this morning and at 6:30 and she had like this massive diaper. It was disgusting. And it's like thinking about like, if I had to like, not just clean her up, but then like clean up the diaper.
Yeah. And
It's
you've got
easy
like,
to clean her, ball it up and throw it, you know, obviously.
yeah, it becomes, you know, a challenge. And so I was like, okay, well, why is it that we can't have an environmentally friendly diaper? Why can't we use it? It's because there's the technology is not there and we need the diaper to work. It has to hold the poo poo and pee pee in, right? So
Yeah.
it's just the nature of the beast. And I found out that some of the brands are still testing on animals. They do this by force feeding the animal the diaper. I'm not sure why, but you can check out.
Hold on.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
There's diaper companies that when they test the diaper, they force feed the animal.
Yeah, you can check out if you go on PETA, you can read about it. But yes, that's what they're doing. And a lot of the brands that sell on mainland China, I don't know if you guys know this is for cosmetics as well. They require animal testing to be sold. So that's Pampers and Huggies and those brands because they may not do the animal testing for the US based clients, but for the people that are buying on mainland China, it's a government requirement to test on the animals before they can sell. So they're not cruelty free, which really was shocking. And, you know, there's all this, when you make a diaper, it's made out of tree fluff, bamboo, cotton. And when they're sourcing these materials, a lot of the times it's not sourced in a sustainable way. So disrupting local biodiversity. They're using chemicals to make the product. So that's getting on your child. So chlorine is a good example. I mean, the list goes on. And I just was like, what the freaking heck, man? How is this from this diaper? That's something that you completely overlook. You literally put it on your kid, throw it in the trash, goes to the landfill. Nobody thinks twice. There's so many dirty secrets about diapers.
So it's crazy because we just don't talk about it. Like I'm even sitting here with you and I have 3 kids. I've been in the parenting space for well over 10 years. And I know more about diapers through naps, but like you're kind of blowing my mind still. And I'm immersed in this on a daily basis. And it's just like, it's kind of, I feel like we've started to do a good job talking about products like makeup and products over the counter. Like I feel like I read about that more. I hear about that more. Years ago, I switched to those products for like makeup and beauty counter products, things like that. Why are we talking about this with diapers? Because they're going on little tiny newborn babies that have like, how is this happening actually? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up because you think about a child's skin, the membrane is thin, it's sensitive. So you're absorbing, and then when you think about the genital area, it's also much more sensitive, thinner skin. So they're absorbing what they're in. Unless they're running around naked, they're in a diaper. That's just how it is. And I don't have an answer for you. I don't know why that this product category is not held to a standard, a very high standard.
Right.
I don't have the answer to that, but I'm here to disrupt the industry, consolidate all of these brands into one place so that you have a way to check what you're interested in. Doesn't mean it's right, wrong, whatever the topic might be, we cover it. And we also do an educational piece on the site too. It's called the What the Fuck page.
I love that page. I do. I'm so glad you brought that up. I want to talk about that with everybody. And that sort of like leads me into my other line of thinking. So parents are listening. We're here. We're listening to this episode. Even I'm like, okay, like I'm going to go on this website and I already want to get my diapers through the website. Like it sounds like a no-brainer. You made it easy for everybody to sign up, subscribe, get the shipments, and the products are rated and tested. So two things, like one, I can see parents arriving and they're like, I hear you, I'm going to do it. How do you pick a diaper? Because you haven't selected just one diaper that's the best. Like you've put a bunch of brands on here. So like, how do they navigate that? Because it can just, everything's so overwhelming as a parent. Like a lot of times our parents are like, Emily, just tell me which diaper to use. And then I love the what the fuck page because I have it in front of me here because I was on, it's just so great. Like products will say on them certified organic cotton. Or was it, I'm a green good housekeeping seal. Like
What the heck is all that? What does it mean?
right, I'm certified by this and tested by this, and I'm in the Skin Health Alliance. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But when you're in Target and you're looking at products, I do this now. Like if I'm standing in front of like a baby lotions and soaps, like I just grab the one that says like dermatologist recommended.
Yeah, exactly.
Blah, blah, blah. Like, ooh, that sounds good, right? So like, what the fuck are they talking about? What are we looking for? How do we pick a diaper on your site? And what are these like terms that we're looking for?
Okay, so very good question. So what you're going to see is throughout the site, there's going to be some words that are underlined and highlighted. That means that it links back to the what the fuck page, because during your journey as a parent, during your journey as a human being, you're always learning. And sometimes when you look at something and it's so important as your child, it becomes so overwhelming because you're just like, I need to make the right choice. I need to pick the best thing.
Right.
And you get, paralysis by analysis. So we're removing that for you guys.
Usually pretty friggin' tired too. So you're
Yeah,
like,
you're exhausted. You're exhausted and you want your kid to survive, right?
Yeah.
So we just want to make sure that it's easy for you to read about this. So we've got the score, we've got the 5 pillars. So when you go in and you want to pick your brand, let's say we categorize it. We want something that's vegan and we want something with clean ingredients. We'll be able to filter by those things. And then when you land on the landing page of the supplier, you can read everything about that supplier. We have every category lined up. If you want to go just surface level, we have a highlight reel. And if you're the type of parent that reads everything, we have it all. I mean, it's exhausting how much information is there, but for a parent to feel confident in making a decision, I think more the merrier, in my personal opinion. Right. You can read it all or you don't have to, but know that we've done the research. We've vetted these brands. We've ranked these brands for you. So when you come on and you're looking for that specific criteria, you can find it. But there's also another thing that you can do is you reach out to us directly. Consider me your diaper concierge. We have the ability to do a one-on-one with you. We talk through your needs. We look at the size of your baby to find the right size. We make sure we talk about skin conditions. Maybe you have special needs. That's a different type of diaper that we need to go for. So, right. You never would have thought that there's so much to do with diapers, but we help you pick the right one. We put it on a schedule, set it and forget it. Cause I mean, especially we'll think about like during Christmas, going to Target to buy diapers, like kill me now. And so we just send it to your door and we price match everything. You don't have to worry about the pricing and plant the trees for you for free. So you have guilt-free diapering and you're creating a better future for your baby. And we're also in the process of making an app right now. So not only will you have all of this information, because right now it's just online, right? So we have the subscription business, but you'll have an app that'll have all of these features for you. It'll remind you to size up. We're going to be using AI to help you find the right size for your baby. Because we're brand agnostic, you have lots of options, but it'll tell you which one your baby will fit in best. I mean, I'm so stoked. I can't wait to give this to you guys. And we're actually testing people right now. So if you're interested in being a beta tester on the app, we're building a list. So hit me up if you're interested.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay. I have a random other thought and question that I did want to ask too. So what are other like parenting things that bring people to your page? For example, Eloise, my third. I mean, I wish I had thought about this with my first and second, but my first is very sensitive skin. In retrospect, looking back 7 years ago, clearly had like allergies when I was breastfeeding her. I just didn't know. Second baby, not as bad. Third baby, sensitive skin, allergies again. So she is in an organic cotton diaper. Okay. Now, but what I noticed was that, so in the beginning, she had like really bad diaper rashes. We switched the brands, got better. And then you think, is that really what did it? So one day we ran out of the organic cotton diaper that we were subscribed to. And somebody had dropped off like a packet of leftover diapers that they didn't use that I used. And within 24 hours, her skin had a rash. And I was like, what? This is crazy. Okay, so where am I going with this? What am I doing? What? So I like quickly like made sure our subscription was coming back again, like, and when was the next order coming? That's the thing. Like, you can just never get it right too. Like, I just always ran out before. It took me a while with her. She's one now. I think we have it figured out, but parents that are listening, like, what are things like that bring them to your site? Like, maybe they're like me and they show up and they're like, I don't know about like vegan and like whatever, this other, my kid has X, Y, and Z going on. Mm-hmm. What are those triggers besides, is there anything besides a rash that are bringing people to your site?
Yeah, I think that another one that I get from parents is that they feel so bad about the mountain of diapers that they have in the corner. I have had parents tell me that, you have 3 kids in diapers at one time. Your garage is filled with shit bags and you feel super bad about it because it's just plastic piled up. So they're like wanting to find a way to offset that impact. And then they start realizing, okay, and adding another human to the planet also is an impact to the planet. We love our babies. We love, our community, but it does cause an impact. So they're looking for ways to offset that. So they're looking for a more eco-friendly brand. Some of the moms are looking for cruelty-free options. They're very focused on the animal cruelty. So we give them those. And then I would say some of the parents are just pretty much overwhelmed. They don't know what to do. So we give them the direction. We do like a survey with them, like, okay, what are your values? What are you looking for? What issues have you had in the past? So it's really just a comprehensive interview to help them pick their diaper. Because even after you have your stockpile from your baby shower, you get a bunch of random brands, but I've found that a lot of the moms don't have a brand that actually even works after the baby shower. So they're just kind of starting from ground 1 or ground 0.
Right. You've referenced price matching a few times and like the cost piece of it. I do feel like we should touch on that a little bit more because in my experience when talking with parents about sustainable products, in general, many of them will see it as like a cost barrier, or feeling like it's just like a lot of pressure to do it all. So I feel
exactly.
What,
you have to be the mom at the park with your hair done.
A lot, right? So
last bottle.
If people see this as like too much pressure or cost barrier, what are other small steps they could take? If it doesn't sound like cost really should be a barrier at this point because you're telling us that you're price matching. So
yeah.
You want to just talk a little bit more about price? I feel like let's break that down a bit because I think there's like a stigma or just like a thought out there that's like eco-friendly organic cotton that equals expensive. So I'm not even going to look at that because that's not affordable.
You're not wrong. When you're looking at the brands that are like the designer diaper brands, they are more expensive. And, just to point out a fact about the US, 1/3 of Americans actually can't afford diapers. It's really heartbreaking. So we're not saying that the diaper that you're picking is the most eco-friendly diaper. You could be picking a diaper that's not eco-friendly. But what we're saying to you is that we're going to absorb the cost to offset that for you. So we're not trying to tell you to pick the organic cotton or, we want you to pick the right diaper that's right for your family and right for your budget and make it so that you don't have to worry about it at the end of the day for it being guilt-free. Right. And you have the convenience of us handling it for you. We send you updates every month. You have sustainability updates. You know how many trees you've planted, how much CO2 you've offset, how many years you've offset of your baby's life in terms of carbon emissions. And we're giving you the breakdown of that so you understand what that actually means. How many years vegetarian would you have offset? Like X amount of CO2 means this many years vegetarian, this many miles on an airplane you've offset. So we give you those concrete examples to understand what the CO2 emissions mean. And when we talk about price matching, we know that diapers are expensive. Would you rather be buying a pair of shoes with that money? Hell freaking yeah.
Yeah,
But
like shoes or handbags are my
yeah, exactly. So even though we have to spend the money on it, you pick the right diaper, you don't spend more than you're already spending, and we make it guilt-free for you and super fucking easy to do it.
right. So, I mean, you're just basically helping every parent just be a better human in some way, which is really cool.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I made a commitment to myself to never do something ever again that didn't have a positive impact. And I know that there's a huge opportunity in the diapering space to do that. It's something that everybody needs. It's a necessary evil, but how can we make it less of a problem?
Wow. I'm so excited for your app to come out. In
Me
the
too.
meantime, consciousdiapers.com.
Yes.
Where should people be looking for you and finding you right now?
You can look us up on Instagram. We're at Conscious Diapers on Instagram. If you want to find me on LinkedIn, I'm on LinkedIn. Everything's just Conscious Diapers. We got really lucky with the name. It's not taken anywhere. So if you're looking for us, it's just Conscious Diapers everywhere.
Everyone, you should not only check out the diapers and the products that are available and what a subscription could look like, but just for fun, just go on consciousdiapers.com and find the WTF, the What the Fuck series page, and just look at that. I mean, it's so, even if you pick one thing on the page to like look at, it will blow your mind. The list is very long of all the things you've covered in there, but I think that's just a really cool place to get started and to just learn more about conscious diapers and your vibe and how you're just breaking down this like actually really big shitty problem.
Yeah. And
no
we
pun
like to
intended.
say, yeah, exactly. We like to say no bullshit when dealing with your baby shit. So
I love that. No bullshit when dealing with your baby shit. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. It was so fun talking with you.
oh, it was my pleasure, really.
Yeah, for everybody listening, check out consciousdiapers.com. We'll also link it in the show notes and give them a follow on Instagram as well.
Yeah, and we're still gathering users for our app. So if you'd like to be a beta tester, please reach out directly. We're building our list right now, and you'll have early access to the technology. And then also when we begin testing the actual app, you'll get 3 months of free diapers, and we plant 100 trees on your behalf.
That's amazing. Can I sign up for that?
Yeah, yes, you can.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that right now. All right, Samantha, thanks so much. And
bye, guys. Thanks for listening.
yeah, thanks everybody for listening. I'll be back next week for everybody here listening. Take care.
Bye.